Well, here we are again, New Year, same old allotment, and I've just come down here today to try and make a start on things. Perhaps wasn't the best day for it, because you can see there's frost on the ground. Doesn't really matter, because a lot of this is going to be covered by weed control fabric shortly. So basically today it's just to sort of take a bit of stock of what's going on and start prepping some of the areas for growing. Like I said, weed control's got to come all down here, so I need to clear stuff out of the way and level the ground off a little bit. Not too much. Well, there's no damage actually, which is good. So even though we had all the winds, everything still looks relatively intact. Bit of weed control's blown about, but that doesn't matter, it was coming up anyway. So that's today's job, just make a start and see how far I get along. I've got a few bits to tidy up and what have you, and I'm going to attempt, if I get the time, to start moving these trees over. So these ones here, and see how far I get with that. I've got some holes in the fencing to patch up as well by the looks of things up there. The rest of it looks okay, and that's about it. The plot next door is I don't know if they've rented this out yet or not, but as you can see, it's sort of rubbish is starting to build up in it. It's not supposed to happen, but it does. I'm not fussed. I'll just have to make sure I keep the fences nice and secure, or as secure as I can. So yeah, so today's job is basically remove what I can, move the weed control about, and have a crack on those trees. Those trees are going over here somewhere. I've also got 2 gooseberry bushes from the garden at home to come up here, because they don't do very well in the garden. So, and they'll do much better down here. And I can check as well on the that over there is a red gooseberry, but I did some cuttings, some layered cuttings of that last year, so I'll probably have a root about in there if I get time, dig them up and move them as well. So that's it. So I'm making a start. Some people have already started on their allotments and gardens, but for me I still feel it's a bit early, especially down here where, even though it's a nice sunny day, the ground is still quite hard and frozen. Anyway, enough waffling. I shall get on and make a start. Right, so after a bit of messing about, I've got these areas covered in weed control. I had to do a little bit of digging just to try and level it up a bit, which wasn't easy because the ground was, well, it was frozen pretty much because it was frosty. Things are happening down here. We've got a nice crop of rhubarb coming up. That one's always earlier than the rest. There are some others that come up there. We've still got a little bit of chard left. We've got quite a bit of kale as well, and some other bits and pieces. There's some sprouts up the back which I'm going to take home. I've moved the Loganberry, which was over there, it's now there, and I've got a tayberry which is going to go along this fence line down there somewhere. So I'm just going to finish moving my weed control fabric. I've got one little piece there, and I've got a new roll of it, but I don't know if I'm going to be putting that down today. I'm not sure yet where I want it, but it'll probably be somewhere there. So I'm going to move that, make sure it's anchored down enough so that it doesn't blow away. And I'm going to tackle the trees which are going to go along here as well. Okay, right, tea break over, I guess. Right, well, that's me done for the day. Quite frankly, I'm knackered. Getting them trees out was a little bit harder than I thought. There you go. So like I said, I've moved the Loganberry, and the tayberry will go down there somewhere. I've got a couple of gooseberry bushes to come down here. But these are the trees that I've moved. So I've got 1, 2, and then this one which looks about like 9 or 10. It's actually one tree where it's somebody's cut it maybe. in the past. So I've got some work to do on here because I need to prune it. So any of these crossing branches are dealt with. But I have actually pruned them all. There's the result of that, as much as I could, just to reduce them a little bit. Like I said, that one I've got to cut some of the bigger pieces out, but I didn't bring a saw with me, so this one here will probably get cut down at the bottom, and that'll solve most of the crossing over on there. You can see where I've got it out, or tried to get it out, it's rubbed and it's caught the bark, so I might have to take this one out as well, but never mind. I haven't tidied up over there where the trees came out from just yet, but like I said, I'm going home for some dinner. That took a lot more effort than I had anticipated, but there we go. So that's today's escapades down the allotment. I'm going to pack up now and go. Next time I come down here, I'll deal the rogue tree there and tidy that up, try and give it a bit of a fighting chance, and then I've got some more weed control which I'm going to put along here, and there we go. So getting there, I've made progress, I feel. So yeah, next time it'll be bringing the things that have got to go up here, like I said, like the gooseberry bushes and some other bits and pieces which are going to go along this fence line here, so all the way down to probably about there, and then just more tidying up really, mainly from the mess I've made today. Right then, that's me all done. That's the first allotment post of the year, I think. So good job, it was a nice day. Anyway, that's me. Thanks for watching.